I've been thinking about wild camping on a roundabout for a while now, just to see what all the fuss is about. There's one not too far from where I live, but I need to make sure that I can get onto it and that it's got somewhere suitable to pitch on it. It's a pretty decent sized roundabout on one of the A roads, so I'm just heading up to the edge of the road and I'm going to follow it up to try and find a decent place to cross over without being seen, hopefully. I've bought a new ultralight tarp out to show you as well. It'll probably be crap, but we'll have a laugh finding out. So this tree line that goes all the way down here has got the main road just behind it, and then the roundabout's over that way. It does sound like it's still really busy, but we'll go and have a look and hopefully spot a gap in the traffic. It's like real life Frogger, isn't it? Whew. Made it. Now there's a little brook or stream that runs across this, and I've come across, just realised I'm on the wrong side of it, so let me get to the other side and then I'll explain to you where I am. Looks like there's quite a few spots here that you could clear to pitch a tent though. Two trees here that are probably perfect for a hammock. I don't know how far apart they need to be for a hammock because I don't know anything about hammocks, but that's probably, what, 3 meters, 3.5 meters between those. Looks like we can just walk around the inside of that fence, so I'm going to do that, hopefully without being seen. Made it. Ugh. So I'm hoping as I move more this way, you can hear me a bit better. Plenty of spots for a tent around here, or a hammock. So this is the tarp. It's made by Flames Creed, and it packs down really, really small. It weighs just 160 grams, and it's made from a 15D silicon-coated nylon. It is basically the material that they make the Lanchan tents out of. So it's exactly the same as that, same colour. It's got the ripstop through it as well, same everything really. I paid just under 15 quid for this off AliExpress, and that's delivered to my door with all the taxes and everything else. This is a small one because I just wanted something that I could put in my day bag and get out if it started raining and I wanted something just to sit under and chill out. So this is 150 centimetres by 210 centimetres. But I'll get it out and show you shortly. Before I do that, I just wanted you to marvel at my homemade ultralight paracord storage device. And before I forget, the bigger version of this is 210 by 3 meters, 300 centimeters, and that's 28 quid. So if you do want a bigger tarp, they do one as well. Comes in a bag, made from the same stuff that the tarp's made from. It's got a little handle on it. Yeah, let's get it out and have a look. So it comes with reinforced corners, again in the same way that the Lanchan tents are reinforced, and it's even got the same string on each corner as well, and a stitched on loop and ribbon there. So there's one on each corner, and then there's one halfway down each side. We have tarp. Now, you're probably not going to believe this when I tell you, but I'm not a bushcrafter. So I'll show you what I've done to put this tarp up, but anybody watching that knows anything about bushcraft and tarps and anything remotely outdoorsy will probably just laugh at it, but let me show you. So it's a bit of a crap place to put it anyway because there's a slope at the back, but I just wanted to put it up and show you, and all I'm going to do is probably sit under it. It's not even raining, so I don't know why I want to sit under it. So at the top corners here to the trees, I'll show you how I've done that in a second. Then at the back, I've just snapped a couple of twigs that were on the floor and pegged it into the floor. So I had already some of these bunny ear tent thingamajiggies, what are they called, line locks, already tied to a couple of bits of this paracord. So I brought those along with me because I didn't know whether I'd need to do a full ridge line, or if I could just pull the corners up. And all I've done is threaded the loop from the corner through the big hole on the bunny ear thing, and then wrapped it around here. So to drop the tarp off, I just pull that off and it falls, and then same here, I can just take that stick out later, pull that, and that whole thing will come away. So you might call it amateur shitty bushcraft. I call it quick escape bushcraft legendariness. All I'm gonna have to eat is one of my usual pasta pot or pot pasta bolognese things. I bought my BCB stove to boil some water up on. There is quite a lot of noise from the traffic, but when it's that constant, it does just sound like white noise to me. It doesn't really bother me. It probably bothers you watching the video, but I can quite happily sit here and have some scran. Just for info, little bags of fruit pastels fit perfectly in a titanium pot. Just a little tip, might be obvious, but not everything's obvious to everyone. I've got my BCB stove. Now, you can put that straight on the floor, but I wouldn't recommend it. Even today, it's been raining quite a lot, so the floor is wet, and I'm 99.9% sure that if I just put that on the floor and lit it, it will be fine. But I've got one of these Sea to Summit X mugs, and if you just open it up 1 or 2 slots like that, almost like a little bowl, you can turn that upside down and your BCB stove will sit on there off the floor. And obviously, because that's silicone, it's not going to damage it or anything. You just have to clean the rim of your mug when you've finished. If you've ever wild camped on a roundabout or anywhere like that, drop a comment below and let us know why you did it and how you found it. So this is a new one. I've never seen my BCB stove go like this before. I'm sure it'll be fine though. I'm not going to touch it until it's burnt down anyway. If nothing else, this tarp's shielding me from anybody looking into the roundabout from that side. Because of the colour of it, it blends in really well. So as usual, I probably did twice as much water as I needed, but I'll just let the leftovers cool down a bit and then drink it later. And if you're going to use your mug to hold your stove up off the floor, just remember that that'll stay hot a lot longer than the titanium does. Man clean. You've seen me have these loads of times before, but this is a bigger one. They're normally about that big for sort of 80p, probably £8.50 now. This is a king one, so it's a little bit bigger and a little bit more expensive. Traffic's starting to die down a lot now as well. It's just coming up to 7:30. You do get used to it as well. I think if you did camp on here or somewhere like this, you'd get used to it. Obviously, there'd be a lot less traffic at night, so if there's gaps between it, you might wake up as cars come past if there hasn't been one for a while. But if it's constant like it is now, it just fades into the background. Couldn't tell looking at the maps, looking on Google Maps and OS Maps and all the other maps, maps, whether or not there'd be any places to pitch, which is why it's important to do a recce. Don't just pack your bag up and head to a roundabout. If these trees were a lot more dense and there was different types of plants on here that spread out across the floor or whatever, you might not find anywhere to pitch your tent. It's just pure luck really that on here there's quite a few different spots. So what do you think to my tarp? Drop a comment on the video and let me know, because I'm not really into bushcraft and tarps and hammocks and knots and all that side of things, so I don't know if this is decent or not. I just know it's small and light, which is what I was looking for. Like I said earlier, it might be crap. If it is crap, drop a comment below. If it's decent and good value for money, drop a comment and let everybody know. Make sure there's no crispy bits in the corners. Nobody likes them. I suppose one thing is it's nice knowing that there's a really slim chance that anybody's going to find you or stumble across you. There's no other signs of life on here. No litter, no paths worn away. There's a few spiders, but I've not even seen any squirrels or anything, so really, really calm. I do hope this is not a dead, boring video. I was coming to do a recce anyway, and I just thought I'd bring you along and show you. It's obviously not a wild camp or anything like that, but what else is on TV at the minute. If you do like these kinds of videos, just random ones where I bring you out with me, let me know and I can do more. If you don't, let me know and I'll do less. Simple as that. And if you like any of the videos that I do, you might as well subscribe because it's free, a lot cheaper than Netflix, better than Disney Plus, and we're not even going to talk about Amazon Prime. Finito. Got a little bag of fruit pastels here that's only got the red and black ones in it. And it says on here the red and black ones don't actually have any calories in them. It's just the green and orange ones that have calories, so perfect. Did I tell you this has got a 5,000mm hydrostatic head? If I didn't, I have now. So everything's packed away, my rubbish is in my bag, that's where I was. Leave no trace, as always. So it looks like this place is ripe for a camp. So stay tuned, and I'll probably be back on here in the Helm 1 soon.